Hello, welcome to this part second of the WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace plugin by Webkul. And in the previous video, we showed you the backend module configuration by the admin. And today we'll be talking about the vendor or the seller workflow. So we'll be taking you through all of those options that the vendors would get under the WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webkul. So we'll take you through the seller registration process, the different options that the seller gets under their panel, how the sellers would be able to set up their profile, how they can view their dashboard in the regular view and the admin like view. We'll also be showing you the seller product management, the order management, the transaction management, the shipping management, and we'll talk about the seller notifications, seller shop followers, ask to admin option, and the other options as well that are there within the account of the marketplace sellers. So now let's go ahead and let's see how the workflow goes at the seller end within our WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace plugin. And this is the second video, and in the next coming video, the third video, I'll be showing you the complete flow at the customer's end. So now let me take you to the web store front end, and let's see first how the sellers would be able to register themselves within the WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace plugin itself. So here I'm at the WooCommerce Marketplace front end, as you can see. Right now I'm at the home and my account page, as you can see, and from here under the my account, customers as well as the sellers would be able to log in by entering the username and the password and tapping the login button here on the left hand side. Otherwise, if the sellers want to register themselves up, they can enter the email address, password, and can choose this toggle button here to select that they are a seller. And if I toggle that up, then I'll have the registration option for the seller itself. And here the customer who wants to become a seller can enter his email address, password, first name, last name, shop URL. So basically it is as a Ajax checked the shop URL. For example, if I enter this URL here, you can see that it's available right now, and this Ajax check actually shows whether the enter shop URL is available for use or not. And thereafter the seller can tap here on the register button so as to register at the multi-vendor marketplace itself. Apart from that, if the seller or the customer is on the home page, for example, so basically from here the seller or the customer who wants to be a seller can tap here on the seller link at the top, and basically that brings up to this home seller section wherein the seller would be able to log in or register. So tap here on the register link, and that would take us back to the registration page, as you can see here, that I've already talked about. And under the register here, you just need to choose I am a seller and then enter your information and tap the register button to register as a seller. Now for this demonstration, I've already created one seller, and as this is just a demo instance right now, so I'll just enter the vendor details here, and I'll tap here on the login button to log into my seller account panel. So here you can see that I've logged into my WooCommerce Marketplace seller account, and here on the left hand side you can see my dashboard. On the right hand side you can see my statistics for my sales, the total payouts that have been made, the refunded amount, the remaining amount that needs to be paid out to the basically that needs to be gained back from the admin itself, and the lifetime sales as well. Apart from that, you can see the sales order history here that can be displayed as this month, last 7 days as well, and choosing that up brings up the respective graph of that. Let me scroll down. You can see the total orders that have been placed, and the total number of products that you have, and you can also see the top selling product. And apart from that, you can check the top billing countries, and the recent orders can be seen as well. So tapping here on the view all would bring up all the orders that have been placed. So let's go through each of these options one by one. So the very first one is the dashboard. Right now at the page that we are right now, so it displays a complete statistics for the seller account. And after that, now let's go to the product list. basically under this list, the marketplace seller would be able to basically find all of the products that he has added for the marketplace itself under his own account panel, and he can basically search his products by the product name as well. Apart from that, he can delete any of the products by selecting them and tapping the delete button. To add a new product, just tap here on the add product button, and that brings up the section to add a new product. Now here the seller just needs to choose the product category wherein he wants to add the product there, and he needs to select the product type as well, whether it's a simple grouped, external, or a variable product with options. So here tapping the product categories brings up the categories wherein the seller would be able to add his product. So for example, clothing. Now only those product categories would be available to the sellers that have been enabled by the admin from the backend configuration panel. So here under the product settings in the configuration that we had shown you in the first video, you can see that we have set the allowed categories as uncategorized, accessories, clothing, music, hoodies, and decor. So if I remove this decors and hoodie, let's keep the decor and the hoodies only, and let me tap the save changes button. So what that would do is that the seller would only get those two product categories here at the web store front end for selection, and thereafter he needs to tap here on the next button after choosing the product category and the product type. Thereafter he can enter the product name, add product details. He can also add media or the images within the description. He can upload a product thumbnail, set up the product SKU, set the regular price, sales, product shop description, and tap the 3 button to save that new product. So let me go back to the product list, and here let me edit one of the products to show you the different details that we need to enter for the product, how we can enter that. So here we have the product type, the product name, about, product category, the thumbnail, the SKU for the product, regular price, product short description. So after you've saved the product, you'll have these 4 different tabs as well. So here you can select the upsells for your current product that you're adding. You can choose the attributes by tapping here on the add an attribute button. You can make that attribute visible on the product page itself, and you can enter a new attribute as well, and you can also remove the attributes from there. For the external or the affiliates, you can set the product URL and the button text, and you can also set the product status as online or what we say as draft by tapping here on the edit button and selecting the online or draft as per your own requirement. And apart from that, you can also add multiple images for the product that you're going to create. So that was how we can see the product list and can add the products. Now let's go to the order history section. So under this section, here the marketplace sellers would be able to see all of the orders that have been placed for their products. They can search any of the orders by the order ID, and they can view any of the orders by tapping here the view link, view button basically, and that brings up the details of that particular order, as you can see, with the customer details, the billing and the shipping address, and the order status as well. And from here the admin can also change the order status for a particular order. And under the order notes, the seller would be able to see the order notes, like for example, you can see the order status has been changed from on hold to complete, and the other details as well. And from here the seller would also be able to print invoice and can make a refund to the customer by tapping here on the refund button as well. So that was about the order history. Now let's go to the transaction section, and let's see what different options are there. So basically, for a complete walkthrough, you can also check our user guide that I have attached within the comment section below. And if there are any query or doubts regarding this particular functionality or the different options or anything else, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com to clear out your doubts or your requirements as well. So under the transaction here, the seller would be able to see the transaction ID along with the date and the amount. And under the action column, the seller can tap here on the view button to check the complete transaction information. So you can see June 5's date, amount, type manual, and the method was manual, and the order ID for which this transaction was done was for the cab. Total price was 26, commission was 1.60, and the subtotal was $24.40. So that was the transaction section, wherein the sellers can see all of the transactions that have been done by the admin towards the seller itself. Now let's go to the shipping section and let's see what different shipping options are there for the seller. So from here, the sellers would be able to add new shipping zones, and can also see the already created zone names and the regions that have been assigned to them, along with the shipping methods. And for example, we have already created a zone name, that's the John zone. We have set up the areas or the regions as India, UK and US, and we have set up the shipping methods as marketplace flat rate shipping. So from here, the seller can edit or delete the created shipping method. So let me tap here on the edit button, and that brings up the details of the shipping method that we have just created. So here is the zone name, the zone regions. You can tap here and you can choose any of the zones, and then you have the shipping method, and here you can see that we have the marketplace flat rate shipping that we have added. We can remove that by tapping here on the close button. To add one more or multiple shipping methods for the zone name, we can tap here on the add shipping method, and this brings up the add shipping method pop-up, and from here we can choose the shipping method that we want to add, and only those shipping methods that are supported for the zones would be listed here. And let me tap here on the drop down. So right now we only the marketplace flat rate shipping, and tapping the add shipping method would add that particular shipping method here, and we can tap here on the update changes to make the changes to that particular shipping method. So let's go back to the shipping, and let me tap here on the add new shipping zone, and let's see. All right, so here you can see that to add a new, we can set up the shipping zone and the shipping classes as well. So from here you can set the zone name, zone regions. You can choose the regions, for example, as I've already shown you for the created shipping method that we just show, and shipping method. So first we need to basically create the shipping zone, and only after that we can add the shipping method once we have created the shipping zone. So let me tap that on the add shipping zone to add the zone name and the zone region. So now after that we can easily add the what we say as the shipping class as well by tapping here on the add shipping class. From here we can add the shipping class, the slug and the description for that same, and we can tap here on the save shipping classes button, as you can see, and that would create our shipping method, and that would then get displayed under the shipping section here, as you can see. So we can then check our zone name, the regions and the shipping methods that we have created. Now let's go to the seller profile section, and from here the sellers would be able to set up their profile information. So they have the option to view their profile by tapping here on the view profile button to see how it looks at the web store front end. So let me take you there. So here's how the John shop would appear, with a banner at the top, then the details of the seller, the average ratings by tapping here on the down button. The ratings can be checked, and here we can see the contact email, phone number, address. Apart from that, we can see the recent products from the seller itself, and lastly we can also see the about and the rest of the details, as you can see here. We can also see all of the reviews by tapping here on the view all reviews button. Let me open that up in another window, and you can also see the social accounts that we had enabled from the admin backend panel, if you remember in the first video. So here we had enabled the social links at the seller profile page in the backend configuration panel for the marketplace itself. So that's why these social accounts are visible. Apart from that, we can also go to the collection page of the particular seller by tapping here on the view collection button. And for the ratings, you can see right now there was only one rating, so that's why we are already able to see only one rating for this particular seller. So here we are on the section that's the collection page. All of the products are being displayed here for this particular seller. To again go back to the profile, we can tap here on the view profile button, and we'll go back to the particular seller's seller or the shop profile page. Now, so basically under the seller profile, we can set up our shop name, the phone number, address lines, the city, postal code, the country, state. We can upload our image as well. We can set the banner image that you can see here at the web store front end for the seller shop, as you can see. And we have the social profiles. So all of these profiles are visible here as well. If I take this, you can see on the bottom left hand corner, facebook.webkul.com, twitter.com/webkul, plus.google.com/udesk, and user webkul. Apart from that, you can set up your payment information here as well, and thereafter you just need to tap here on the update button, and that will set your seller profile as this, as you can see here, with all the details, your recent products, your reviews. You can choose the collection page to see, check the average ratings, the mail address, the telephone number, the location, and the social links for this particular seller's profile. So that was the seller profile. Now let's go to the notifications section and let's see what different options are there. So here the sellers will be able to see the notifications that are regarding the orders, products, and the sellers and the seller himself, as you can see. So under the orders, here the seller would be able to see the status change that have been done along with the days in which it was done. For a new order, you can see we also have the notification for the new order as well. So basically under the notifications here, right now you can see a 0 number. So whenever a notification comes in, the number exceeds. So if there are 4 notifications, then it would display 4. So that are live notifications for the seller to know that there are notifications regarding the orders, products, and his seller account itself. So let's go to the products, and here regarding the products, there will be notification if it's approved, disapproved, or anything else. And under the seller, here we can see that for the seller, if there are any reviews that have been placed by the customers from the web store front end, then those would be visible under the seller section here for the notifications. Apart from that, now let's go to the shop follower. So basically here the seller would be able to see all of the customers that have set his shop as what we say as have become his shop followers. And from here the seller can see their name and their email address, so he can also delete them. And from this button also he can delete. Otherwise, if you want to send some notifications to your shop followers, then you can choose your seller, choose your customers, and tap on the send notification, then enter your subject and your message, and just tap here on the send mail button to send the email directly with the notifications to those shop followers. And thereafter we have ask to admin option as well. From here the sellers would be able to directly contact the admin and can ask their queries as well. So here you can see the list or the data that has already been there, the different messages that have been sent out to the admin, and you can also see the seller's reply. So you just need to enter your subject, your message, and you'll just tap here on the ask button, and that would send that particular message to the admin, and you can see a successful message after that. And here you can see that it's displaying the same here as well. So that was about the that was about the ask to admin. And now if the admin has set the option from the back end for the sellers, that is the separate seller dashboard. So if this is checked, then the sellers would be able to see the seller the admin like dashboard on the front end. Otherwise, if you uncheck this, then the separate seller dashboard would not be visible to the sellers. That looks like the admin itself. So that's why we have this admin dashboard. Let me tap that up, and this would bring up the dashboard that looks like the admin's itself. So you can see now it looks like the admin dashboard itself in the WooCommerce backend. So here we have the reports, order, transaction notifications, shop followers, my profile, ask to admin, and the different options as well. So if I go to my profile, it still remains like the admin's backend, and we have our options there as well. And to go back to your default seller dashboard, you just need to tap here on your default seller dashboard. Just tap that up and it would revert back to your default dashboard as you have. And below that we have the customer account options for the sellers, because the seller is also a customer as well. So these were the details that are there and the options available to the marketplace sellers for the WooCommerce platform itself. And I hope this demonstration helped you out. And if you still have any questions or queries regarding this WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace plugin and regarding the seller functionality as well, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise the ticket at webkul.huides.com. Now in the last video we'll be showing you the customer flow and the different options that the customers get at the WordPress WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace there. And thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.